So it's been a while since I've filmed a video. Um, yeah, I just thought I'd introduce you to this cute little duck called Ducky. I just named him that for I'm not sure what reason, but he comes by quite frequently to the park, and here comes a Pukeko. He's going to get a bit aggressive in a second. Um, yeah, I'm feeding this duck fruit, by the way, so it's not bread or anything like that. He just came up to me and started demanding food. Like he just started walking all over me while I was sitting there and putting his nose in my handbag and things like that. So, I mean, it's not like I sought him out. He sort of came up to me. There he goes. He just got poked by the Pukeko. Yeah, the Pukekos are getting aggressive now. I have got an update coming up to do with the Pukekos, and I am going to upload that. It has been the past few months have been like it's just been a lot going on, and I haven't really had the time to do as much filming. I have filmed a few videos, but it's been very sporadic. Like I have not been able to do like regular videos partly because of the weather. I don't really have a high tolerance for the cold, but it's also partly because of availability. Like I've just been busy because it's the final year of my teacher registration, so I've had to do some courses and I've had to do some teaching, and it's just been a hectic year. And I've had some car issues as well that I've been trying to resolve. So, I mean, I do still go to the park fairly regularly, but I don't always bring a phone. And because of the restricted daylight hours in winter, usually when I visit the park, it's in the late afternoon. So, yeah, so basically, during the spring period, I don't really, that's when spring is when most of the baby animals are being, like the little ducks and the little Pukekos are hatching. And that's usually when I do most of my observation. But I usually continue it through into summer and sometimes into fall, but it just really depends on how busy I am and what's going on in my life, like whether I've got any setbacks or, like I was ill like a few times this year. It was very frustrating. I had a virus in autumn, and then so I spent a lot of winter sort of trying to recover from that and trying to teach and sort of juggle those commitments. And then I got sick again in spring. So, I mean, it's sort of we're sort of still at the start of spring, but um, yeah, I mean, summer over here doesn't start until close to Christmas. So we're sort of in the beginning of the spring period now, and look at Ducky. He's just a nosy little duck. He came up to me, and he's approached me a few times. I haven't seen him for a couple of weeks now. There's another very similar looking mallard that I've encountered, but it's not Ducky, because Ducky's he's very confident and aggressive, and he'll just come up to me and um, I think he just he remembers me. Like they're quite intelligent animals, ducks. And yeah, they remember human faces, and they just have good recognition. And he's gotten food from me once or twice before, so now whenever he sees me, um, he will come out of the water and like even if I'm not offering anything, he'll try and stick his nose in my handbag and stuff like that. He'll just he'll even climb on top of my lap and stuff sometimes if he's hungry. But lately I haven't seen much of him. I'm not sure if he's, like he's reached maturity now and he's like chasing, because it is their mating season now. So it could be that he's found a female duck. I'm pretty sure he's a male. If you look at him from the back, partly the coloring, and he's got the curly feather at the back, which the females don't have. And usually I think the females are just kind of a dull brown color. So um, a lot of these ducks are actually mixed. I think this is not actually a proper mallard. I think it's a mix between mallard and native duck, and which sort of explains his sort of patchy colouring, the spots in the front. And yeah, he's sort of a combination of two different breeds. And I have seen quite a few ducks that are a combination between this is a domesticated sort of breed plus the native ducks, but mallards are not native to Australia at all. So um, Yeah, so some of them have, just escaped or been released or whatever in the past, and they've sort of have just, um, become, you know, adapted to the environment, and they've continued to breed, and, they've crossed over with some of the native ducks. So, I saw some baby ducklings today in the park, and I really wanted to make a video of them, but they were in the water, and they're still very young and not really willing to come out, and they're too sort of, because of their brown colouring, it's very hard to sort of film a video because they weren't very visible. But anyway, I love this little duck, and I hope I see more of him in the future. And I hope you enjoyed that video.